Welcome back to AI Brief. We're diving into episode 98, and we've got a ton to unpack.
Yeah, looks like a pretty dense stack of AI news this week.
Definitely, so let's get right to it. Our focus this time is going to be on agents, and this whole idea of AI actually taking actions, not just generating text or images.
Right, moving beyond the here's a cool image phase and into, okay, what can this AI do for me?
Exactly. And one of the biggest headlines is Amazon jumping into the ring with their new AI browser agent, Nova Act.
From what I read, this thing is built to actually control a web browser like a human would, clicking links, filling forms, the whole 9 yards.
And that's where it gets interesting, right? Because they're not just keeping this tech in-house. They released a developer SDK alongside it.
So any developer can potentially create agents powered by Nova Act. Think about the possibilities.
Imagine AI handling those tedious online tasks we all hate. Booking flights, scheduling appointments, maybe even online shopping. That's the promise anyway.
Well, from the early benchmarks, it sounds promising. Apparently, it's outperforming some major competitors, including Claude 3.7 Sonnet and even OpenAI's computer use agent.
And the real kicker is that Amazon plans to integrate this into Alexa plus Payer. It's a huge potential user base right there.
Talk about taking AI agents mainstream. It'll be fascinating to see how it performs out in the wild, though. The real world is a lot messier than a controlled benchmark.
Absolutely. Now, shifting gears a bit, we've got Runway making waves with their Gen-4 video model.
This one seems to be all about pushing AI video generation into the professional realm.
Yeah, they're really emphasizing consistency and control, features that are critical for film and high-end video production.
Think about it. You're making a movie, and you need a specific character to look and move the same way across multiple scenes. That's been a challenge for AI video. Until now, maybe.
It sounds like they've made some big leaps in that area, along with improvements to things like physics and how scenes play out realistically.
They're calling it GVFX, generative visual effects. And some big names are already jumping on board.
I read that Amazon is using it for some of their projects, and even Madonna is incorporating it into her concert visuals. That says something about its potential.
It really does feel like a turning point, AI moving beyond those flashy tech demos and into actual professional creative workflows.
Now for something completely different. How about an AI that can translate brain signals into speech, almost instantly?
That's the kind of technology that feels straight out of science fiction, but it's becoming a reality.
Researchers at UC Berkeley and UCSF are behind this breakthrough. It decodes signals from the motor cortex, the part of the brain that controls movement, including speech.
And the key here is the speed. They've managed to reduce the delay to around 1 second, which is a huge improvement over older systems with delays of 8 seconds or more.
Imagine trying to have a conversation with an 8-second lag. That's just not practical. But with this new system, the flow of communication becomes so much more natural.
And they're not just producing robotic monotone speech either. They can use recordings of the person's voice from before they lost the ability to speak.
That makes it so much more personal. And incredibly, it can even generate words that weren't specifically in its training data.
Yeah.
It suggests a deeper understanding of the underlying patterns of language.
This is a major leap forward for brain-computer interfaces. It could be life-changing for people who've lost their ability to speak due to stroke or conditions like ALS.
Absolutely. Now let's jump into some other big AI news. Google's spin-off, Isomorphic Labs, has just raised a whopping $600 million to focus on AI-powered drug discovery.
This is the company behind AlphaFold, the protein-folding AI that made such a splash. Now they're aiming to solve all disease with the help of AI. Pretty ambitious stuff.
They've already partnered with pharmaceutical giants like Eli Lilly, so they're not messing around. And then there's OpenAI, of course, always making headlines.
They just announced a new open-weight language model with reasoning capabilities set to release in the coming months. Their first open LLM since GPT-2 back in 2019.
They're still working out the details of how open it'll actually be, but the goal is for it to be efficient enough to run on personal hardware. That could be a game changer.
And on the funding front, OpenAI is now valued at a staggering $300 billion after securing $40 billion in new funding.
They also reported gaining 1 million new users in a single hour thanks to the viral image capabilities of their 4.0 model. That kind of growth is just mind-blowing.
It's incredible how fast this field is moving. And speaking of speed, the AI agent platform Manus has launched its beta membership program with monthly subscription options.
Meanwhile, Luma Labs has introduced some interesting new features for their Ray 2 video model, allowing users to control camera movements using natural language commands.
And Apple's latest iOS and visionOS updates are bringing more AI features to their devices. In China, Zhipu AI has launched a free AI agent focused on research and autonomous tasks.
And not to be outdone, Microsoft is integrating AI agents into their Fabric data analytics platform, which is used by a huge percentage of Fortune 500 companies.
It seems like everyone is getting in on the AI action. So before we wrap up, let's touch on a few trending AI tools that caught our eye.
For starters, Google's top-ranked LLM, Gemini 2.5 Pro X, is now available for free. That's big news for anyone who wants to experiment with cutting-edge language models.
ElevenLabs has launched RAG, which allows voice agents to tap into vast knowledge bases. Higgsfield-Dupy offers some powerful new camera effects for AI video.
Hero UI Chat can transform simple prompts or screenshots into functional user interfaces. Sintra is providing businesses with AI-powered employees.
Munch uses AI to extract the most engaging clips from long videos. Spirit Mini lets you create personalized videos with AI avatars.
And Chatbox is an AI assistant that can help with writing, summarization, math, and more. It's truly an exciting time to be following the AI space.
It really is. There's so much happening, and it feels like the pace of innovation is only accelerating.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what stood out to you most? What potential future implications are you most curious about?
I think what strikes me is how rapidly these tools are moving from theoretical concepts to practical applications. We're seeing AI integrated into everything from web browsing to filmmaking to medical research.
It's a fascinating time to be witnessing these advancements. And we encourage everyone listening to explore these topics further and consider how they might impact your own work and interests.
If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to follow and share AI Brief. We're here to keep you informed on all things AI.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time.